The Seahawks unveiled three of their offensive off-season acquisitions today, and that is quarterback Sam Darnold and Marquez, Valdes, Scantling, and also Josh Jones. Here's what those players had to say.
You know, I've heard about Mike and what he's doing over here, and they run it kind of like the same offense I've been exposed to before in the league already, so I was excited to come here and maybe win some games. He was a good coach, an honest guy, and he kind of has that culture of winning that was established there where he was at before, and he was able to come here and bring that same thing here.
Is it daunting coming out here to the Pacific Northwest? First impressions of being here?
No, I'm kind of excited. You know, I lived on every coast a little bit now, so I'm from Houston, lived in Baltimore, lived in Arizona, so now I want to come out and check out the Northwest.
Josh, versatility is obviously what. Can you just talk about that, how you're versatile? And then two, when you go from one side of the line to the other side, what adjustments do you have to make?
So I think I have to start at every position but center. So I played left guard, left tackle, right guard, right tackle. And I just say, like, that's just me being athletic to be able to go to both sides and be able to play. But honestly, it's kind of hard to, like, you wouldn't know unless you did it. It's like writing with your left hand if you're right-handed. So it's about reps and being able to have time to learn each position. But, you know, I was able to, perform well at every position. I feel like.
Were you here?
Not yet. I haven't talked much about it, but I'm just excited to get started.
What spot do you think you're best at or you like the most?
Honestly, anywhere on the field,
For Seahawks fans who might not have watched you played elsewhere, what kind of player are they getting out of you?
Aggressive player, smart player, player that wants to win.
Josh, just being in the league for a number of years, what has your perception been of the Seahawks? When you hear Seahawks, when you go across the line, what do you expect and what's kind of been your opinion?
So I played here a few times because I played with the Cardinals for 3 years, and I knew every time we was coming up here to Lumen Field, it was going to be a tough game. So I know that stadium is hard to play in for other people, and then now to play in it for myself and have it be hard on them, I'm excited for it.
Lots of blocking for Sam Darnold and the acquisition here.
Oh, super excited. We was talking on the way in. Sounds like a great guy. Smart cat. We talked a little football, so I'm excited.
Have you had any experience with any of the coaches on the staff, like John Benton or Rick Dennison or any of the offensive line guys, or the scheme that they run?
The scheme, yeah. So I think we ran along the same lines in Houston because it's all from like that Shanahan tree. So, yeah, I think I'm a little familiar with it.
What is it about the scheme that fits your skill set?
Honestly, I think it works well against defenses as far as mixing it up, being able to have the handoffs look the same as play actions, and just be able to keep them guessing.
As far as this has been for Seahawks fans, a week of transition, a lot of players coming in, a lot of people going. What does it mean to be a part of this kind of next chapter for Seahawks football? A lot of new guys coming in here in 2025.
I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about the guys that they're bringing in. I'm super excited about the organization. Super excited to go out there and get it started.
You talked about aggression. How important is it for an offense to have an identity and be physical?
Honestly, y'all know that's where the game starts. The center stops the ball right there in the middle, so you have to be aggressive at the point of attack. You have to get downhill and be able to move those guys off the ball to be able to make everything easy. Now, when they're thinking about that, now you can drop back and throw the ball all across the field. So that's where it starts at.
We've heard these coaches talk about the offensive line to run off the ball in this outside zone.
Yep.
What do you have to do as a tackle, as a guard? What changes with outside zone?
Honestly, on the front side, you have to remove those guys to be able to let the running back stretch, be able to stretch and be able to cut back. You have to seal off the backside. So when you're running off the ball, you have to move those guys a few yards so they'll be able to see in front of them and be able to get downhill.
What has this week been like for you, where you go into it not knowing where your life is going to be, and when you're making a decision, you're getting on a flight, all of those things? What's the last couple of days been?
Honestly, it's a blessing. It's been tough, but it's been a blessing, man. I'm blessed and highly favored to be here, to have this opportunity. It's a journey. So I just take each and every day for what it is, and it's been great.
What's your favorite moment in your career so far? To highlight that you look back on and you enjoyed?
Honestly, I said it earlier. I played a lot of football already. I played with a lot of teams. Got to play with some of the great players around the league. But hopefully, my best moments are ahead of me.
Have you had a chance to look at the Seahawks running backs. What do you know about them? I know you're busy doing your own thing, but
I know I've seen Kenneth. That's his name, right? Kenneth.
Yeah, Ken Walker.
And he totes the ball pretty well. And then he honestly has the speed to be able to, once he gets through the first and second level, to go for the home run. So I'm excited to see it.
That versatility you bring to the line, could have come in handy for this team last year. As far as, did they talk to you about that at all? But that versatility, how it can help them as we move forward here?
I mean, it's just a great attribute to have, you know. But I just want to be able to get out there and show what I can do, and then put it together with everybody else, and be able to go out there and be a good officer.
We'll do a quick photo op.
Yep.
Time with us, but excited to introduce Sam Darnold as our new quarterback, and this is exciting times, man. Just you know, it's been a whirlwind couple weeks here, as you guys, it's well documented. But as this thing started to come together, it feels similar, like the way I felt, you know, introducing Clint, was just, you know, looking into Sam and obviously going against him in my career and here last year at Lumen against the Vikings. You think about, first of all, he's just a tremendous human being, great leader. We got a lot of people in our building that have a history with Sam, that have a lot of respect for him as a person, as a leader, as a football player. So I'm really excited to get our relationship started and getting to, you know, introduce himself to the rest of the team and the city and the 12s. I think we're going to be really proud of our quarterback here. And then obviously as a football player and as a quarterback, just a heck of a player, just tough as nails, from my opinion. Great arm. I mean, you go through all the talent and all. We can talk about that till we're blue in the face, but just really excited about what Sam's going to bring to our football team, and just an exciting time. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's introduce Sam Darnold as our new quarterback.
From, you know, different guys that have played here, retired, and still playing in the league. You hear nothing about great things, nothing but great things about this organization, and man, I'm just so excited to be a part of it. Excited to meet some of the fans, the 12s. You know, playing here, I think I've played here a total of 3 times, actually played twice. I was a backup in San Francisco, working with Clint here one of those times, and it's an unbelievable atmosphere at Lumen Field. And I'm so excited to finally have those 12s on my side this time. Yeah, man, just really looking forward to this opportunity to be here with my teammates, with these coaches. I think we have an opportunity to do something very, very special here, but it's gonna take a lot of hard work, and we know that. I know that going in, and yeah, just very excited to take this one day at a time, and that's gonna be that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my head down and go to work, and just excited to know that. Foundation is the run game, and we're gonna run the rock. I know Clint's big on running the rock, and you got to do that, and building that off of play action, keepers, and dropping back when you have to.
How much was this?
Into signing here, and again, just being able to work with Clint, and having talked with Clint a ton in San Francisco about kind of what we like, dislike. We have so much in common when it comes to football, and yeah, just very pumped to get this.
You know, it's an interesting series of events for sure. But when, you know, became apparent that we were going to have to pivot away from Gino, then, you know, I'm definitely hoping that it was going to land with Sam. You know, there's some time there, but everyone involved in the process was awesome. John was awesome. Joey Lane was awesome. All of our pro personnel people were on it. So just really fortunate that it worked out the way it did. And there's great quarterbacks out there that, you know, that we looked into, but really apparent that Sam was.
We're just happy to, yeah, you know, again, I was waiting for someone to bring that up, by the way. I appreciate that. No, it's fair, man. Like, you know, you get all the way to that point, you have the season that we had offensively as a team, and then, you know, you run into, at the end of the day, like, only one team can win the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, we weren't that team. But I learned a ton from those last 2 games, especially playing Detroit and playing LA. You know, we're going to see LA twice a year, obviously, playing in this division, and really looking forward to that. But yeah, it's just, you know, continuing to learn things about yourself, what they did schematically, and yeah, that's basically all you can do is just learn from those experiences.
They got a job to do, and they got to go play the game. And I want his natural personality to come out, and that's why he's here, because he has that natural ability to lead. But most importantly, he's a great player, and he's going to go lead with his production, and we're going to help him as a staff and as a team. It's not all about Sam; it's about the guys he's throwing to, the guys he's blocking for him. You know, tight ends, running backs. It's all a team.
With those last couple games, you know, I think being able to get the ball out a little bit quicker on some of the drop back stuff that we had those last couple games, and understanding where the outlets are, and even if a guy's covered, like even if my back's covered on a check down, like just throwing it at his feet. You know, I felt like I was taking some unnecessary sacks last year, especially those last few games, and just going to continue to work that however I can in drills and drill settings. You know, early April, and even you know later this March. But you know, when we start to get into those team periods and start to get into training camp a little bit, I'll definitely be, you know, thinking about that, keeping two hands on the ball in the pocket at all times, and just doing all the little fundamental things. You know, and I think, but that's a big one, is being able to just get the ball out on.
You know, we were together in New Orleans, and when he took the job here, I think it was a great fit. You know, obviously they lost some really good receivers, so it kind of opened up a door for, you know, me to come in and kind of step in where, you know, they lost those two hell of a players. So
how excited are you to have that opportunity to stay with Clint after the success you had in the second half last year?
I mean, I'm very excited. You know, obviously I was only there for, you know, 7-8 weeks, whatever it was, and I was able to put up some pretty big numbers, you know, in a short amount of time with 2 head coaches and 3 quarterbacks. You know, so I think I'm, you know, grateful for this opportunity, and I think I'm super excited, you know, what Clint has done and what his offense looks like.
All right, so you heard from the $100 million quarterback. Yeah, the Seahawks got younger in terms of his acquisition between him and Geno, and the numbers, to be honest, these players are kind of the same, but it's evident now that Geno wanted out and that Darnold was younger, and I think the Seahawks paid a little less money than what Geno wanted. It's rumored he wanted probably 45 to 50 million. So there you go. About it, how my feelings about it, I think it's fine. I mean, he was the best quarterback out there. He knows Clint Kubiak. He knows kind of the system they're going to run. And also Josh Jones is a well-traveled kind of offensive lineman who played with the Ravens last year. But, I mean, he can play left tackle, right tackle, and you heard kind of from him about his versatility. And I'll tell you this, though, Marquez, Valdes, Scantling, when I talked to him, he's a lot taller than I had imagined or seen on film, which now I do believe he is that receiver that can take the top off. And is he a DK replacement? He's a similar player. Is he going to give you the numbers that DK did? I don't know. One thing that Valdes Scantling said, he said, hey, you know what he likes about the Clint Kubiak offense is that they move him around. So he's willing to do whatever, take the defense off the top, as I said, or, you know, he said run possession routes and all that. So that is what we have for you live here from the VMAC in Renton. The Seahawks bring in some players. There's a couple more coming in. So, as I said, from the VMAC in Renton, I'm Osvita Mara Ire. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning. Thanks for subscribing.